third round of the ATCC League. Because not the best of handling, but the guys on the Lunga having a blast of the time. We're going to cross over, we're into qualifying now, and unfortunately for me, I'll be alone tonight as Ryan Lurik is actually, he signed up for this league, and with his rig sorted and PC sorted, he will be racing tonight. So we're going to boost my co-commentator as much as we can. Also racing for Bitstream Namibia, well, from South Africa, but part of the Bitstream team. As we cross over, we're gonna fall into the action and see where we're at, guys. For those joining the stream, thank you for joining, and I'm gonna try and catch up with your chat as far as we go. And yeah, let's make it a fun evening for everyone. So as we cross over into the live action, we can see the guys on track for qualifying. They have got 7 minutes left for qualifying. Then they've got a single race of 45 minutes. They've got one compulsory stop. Fuel is open, but they have to make one tyre change. So you're going to see some guys running mid-race with medium, whereas you're going to see, like we saw last time, some guys going for medium soft selection. It should be interesting. The guy to catch here is Dani van Rooyen. The closest to him is Dylan Visagi, who is quite quick. Got a second place last time out, and unfortunately Blake Creer, well, I see Blake is here. Blake has just joined the chat, so that's the 3 top guys we can count on tonight. Unfortunately for us, the little Volvo driven by Dewald Lambert not yet tonight due to the new infringements on load shedding, and yeah, it's really hurting some racing, but we're working through it and making the best of what we have. And out of about 20 entries, we've only got 10 cars count on tonight, unfortunately, taking part. So yeah, it's not the best thing to see, but we'll work with that. Guys here with a bit of sound from the cars. Ryan Lurik there. You see Dani van Rooyen, the big Holden V8. That thing is so powerful. You can see Dani having set it up extremely soft at the back, and still it gets a handful. The sound of this car is amazing. I can't up the volume though, because then you won't hear me. But yeah, you can see the rear end very soft. Hopefully this track might work a bit more for the slower cars. This Holden being extremely quick, extremely fast, especially on the longer circuits. It's not in its happy place here, but with Dani, you never know. Currently in second place, as I was talking about handling, Mike McGeer, the most underpowered car on track, in his rusty little Supra. Number 46 there, you can see it's purple, and it's actually, well, it's got rust. It's been standing for a long time, and he's currently in second place, about a second off from from Dani's time. But this thing is a handler. We've seen it last weekend, or last week, sorry for that. It does not have the power of the big Holden, but it's got a lot of better handling, and it actually, I think it looks after its tires better than the Holden. So there should be something out there. You can see extremely smooth through the corners, on the power, not lifting off. So depending on the power to weight ratio, the times Dani can put in, this might be an interesting battle for the second race. Then we see a personal best by Ryan Lurik, co-commentator, going up into third place. So Ryan in Nissan, and he is back into the seat again after a couple of weeks. Oh, and yeah, you can see there the absence taking its toll. hanging it sideways. But Ryan is a good driver. He's got car control. He's got the brains of a super fast driver, and I reckon if he can keep him on track, he'll be up there. He's got to start from scratch. He's missed two, and there he goes sideways again. So I'm not happy in this car at the moment. So the setup. Looking at the back, I would say the car is pretty high up the back. I would drop it immediately. He's struggling with oversteer big time. But Ryan is an oversteer guy. He's a drift guy. So, and there we see one of the BMWs going off. So guys, if I haven't got your skins loaded, it was a crazy week, so I might have missed that. But yeah, we'll work around it, and I'm going to try and keep you posted on who's driving where. What we might do, I know you don't like it, but we're going to go for something different, and yeah, see if it works. Currently 11 cars joining out of the 20 entries. Load shedding wreaking havoc. And you see Ryan struggling. He's also trying to keep the tail back. Ryan, if I were you, I would literally really just drop the rear in 2 or 3 clicks. And you see Ryan there sliding it about. He's on a mission. I think he's just loving the sliding more than driving the car. So Donnie van Rooyen currently in the Big Holden in first place on qualifying, 0.5 seconds up ahead of Mike McGee in the ever so rusty Supra. As I said, he's got, you can see, well, it's the first time I've seen Mike slide this thing. He's got so much handling in this car. It's so light, it's so agile. If he can somehow get it ahead of Donnie's going to have a hard time passing him. And then as we go into the pits of strategy, it should be interesting, because I think Mike is going to be able to run a lot longer than Donnie can. But then again, he has to make a tire switch. So yeah, it's open up on the wall. It's going to be interesting to watch. Blake Creer currently in the pit, in the second of the Holdens. Finished third place last week. Quick, but he had a hard time from Gerald Lambert in the Volvo. Unfortunately, he could not make it to the ever so popular load shedding. But yeah, let's see what happens. Jaco Visser driving with a broken finger or two. I saw a picture of his finger, and that was actually, it looked like an overpowered dildo. But anyways, Jaco going sideways, driving with one hand, and he's mapped his buttons, everything on the right hand, left hand sitting in a bucket of ice or somewhere else. But yeah, told him that thing bites, but he never listens. Anyway, so the guys on qualifying, they've got about 16 seconds to go. Currently, Donnie van Rooyen quickest out there as would be expected. Jaco Visser has gone second. So Jaco Visser has gone up into second place. Only 0.4 behind Donnie van Rooyen, which in sim racing and SRA, as we know, it is not much. Don't know if it's the tyres getting into place, Jaco getting used to the car, Jaco getting used to one-hand driving. Well, he should be used to that now, he's a young guy. He usually takes it all home, so kom Jaco, gebruik je hand, Peter. Mike McGee in third place in the agile, what should we call it? Roy Wonka. Blake Creer in fourth place, quite a bit off. He's about half a second behind Mike, so Blake not happy with the car here. Peter Geldenhuys in the Nissan in the pit. Colin Sussman in the BMW in the pit. So the guys realized qualifying is over and they are literally waiting for the race start. We're going to stick around with it. Unfortunately, we've got no videos or anything to show, no advertising, but fortunately it's going to be a short gap of about 2 minutes or so. So if you guys don't mind, we'll stick around and just wait for the race to start. I'm going to try and get the guys in here for bit of a chat and see what they're up to. Maybe we can get a hint or two. And racing, go, go, go. Mr. Left-hand drive, Jacovisa.
Yes.
You've got what, 8 fingers or 7 fingers left of 10?
At this stage, maybe just 4.
Okay, how are you shifting?
Shifting with the middle finger, while the ring finger is pointing straight forward.
Well, you're doing not too bad. You're in second place, half a second of Donnie's pace, which is actually bloody good, considering he's got the most powerful car out there. How's the car feeling?
Yeah, the car's feeling quite good. I think I found the setup. So hopefully it will last me through this 40 minutes. Because it's a long race, tire wear is quite high, so let's hope for the best. All about management.
Well, Mike has got the most nimble car, and I've been watching him, and it seems like he's... Well, the problem is his tire chain's got to go quicker. But he might be able to catch you guys mid-race with less tire wear. Donnie, I can see, is really soft at the back and struggling a lot. So what's your game plan?
Yeah.
Flat out or wait for it?
No, I think I'll do the long run and see how long I can last on one set of tires, and then, yeah.
Well,
hopefully
I'm going to let you be. You've got about a minute and a half to start the race. Get your setup right and enjoy, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to calculate Downey for a moment and get him in here. And maybe, just maybe, the old expert can make a mistake. Mr. Van Rooyen, you're talking to the live stream now.
How are you?
Not too bad yourself.
Can't complain.
I'm watching you in car replays and you're slip changing. You break your clutch or what?
No, I don't use a clutch. Just banging it into the gears.
You think that Alden will last?
I hope so. It's not a Ford, so I'm gonna hold my thumbs that it will last.
Well, Donnie, again, half a second quicker than the rest of the guys, but we do know that Yaku and Mike both has better lasting tires. You think you will be able to outpace them, or are you going to go balls to the wall, or just try and play it safe?
I'm gonna play it safe for the first few laps and see what they do. I'm gonna try and keep my tires to last a bit longer, and I think it's gonna last.
Well, Donnie, you're on the grid. I'm not going to keep you up. Get your setup ready and have fun, boy.
Thank you, Melvin.
Cheers, buddy.
Right.
So yeah, guys, there we have it. The guys lining up on the grid. I'm going to keep my car in pit. And hopefully we'll jump back to pit. We're going to drop back to the action as soon as the race starts. Donnie, they're saying he knows he's got the pace, but he hasn't got the tire life. So Jacovisa in the Nissan, we saw on last week it was really struggling through the tight corners, so that might be an issue for Jaco, as the last section of the track is extremely twisty. I would put my money on Mike McGeer. He's got the most agile car, and I reckon he might be up for it. So as the lights go out, we're going to go for it. Let the car go back to the pit, and we're going to be go, go, go. Immediately we go to Donnie van Rooyen. Donnie van Rooyen jumps, well, he doesn't jump it, but he jumps to the lead. And immediately you can see the power of the V8 Holden. 3 cars ahead. As we look towards the back, Jacovisa there in the Nissan in second place. Well, look at Cohen Sussman. Cohen Sussman in the BMW. It's a car that hasn't shaped at all, and he's up into third place. So Cohen, extremely good driver, rally driver, well known in the Cape area. He's up there in the battle alongside Blake Clear, and we're going to remove the driver names. So we see Cohen Sussman there now in fourth place. But I mean, we haven't looked at Cohen, we haven't mentioned him. He's right up there, so maybe there's been locking up the left front tyre there as they're going to happen now. This is the feature that I was talking about where Downey might be struggling. So we go over to Yaku. Yaku really pushing with this one. Remember, he's only in one hand drive. He broke his left hand, I think 2 or 3 fingers, so he's literally driving with one hand. And I saw the picture. It looks like really, it does look like an oversized dildo. But Yaku made a good job of what he has to work with. Sorry, I'm laughing myself. Yeah, Yaku is coming in the second place. And another guy to look out for. Well, we has what happened to Mike McGear. Oh, so something happened with Mike McGear. Mike was in the most nimble car. This car not fast on the straight, but extremely quick through the corners, light and tire wear. And somewhere along the line, Mike lost it or lost some time. Not sure what happened there. Pretty sure he'll be pissed off at himself or you can see Mike is really pushing it, so he's not a happy man at this stage. Back to the front, we see there Dani van Rooyen, rear end, really soft in this car. Yaku also, you can see the car squatting down on gear shifts. So Dani, as he said, he's got to keep it calm. He's got in the back, he can keep his head, which he usually does. Dropping back to third place, we see Blake Creer now in the second of the Holdens. He finished third place last time round. Currently getting third place, chasing hard after Yaku for Visa. So Yaku in the STP SRA number 3 car. Now you see the numbers, you would see Dani is SRA 1, he's not running a custom livery. And Yaku is SRA 3. So that was held on the Race of Champions that we do yearly. And no matter what you do throughout the year on the championships, you get invited to this event, and the top 3 gets the number of SRA 1, 2 and 3. And I mean, it's the best of the best from SRA joining for that event, and they get thrown into completely different cars with lock setups, and they've got to perform. And we've been doing it for 2 years now, and every year it's been growing. This week we will be doing a live stream of it, and I reckon it should be pretty awesome. As said, it's the top guys from SRA. I mean, there are guys out there internationally that might kick our butts or might not, but what we do here is we do our best, and we race hard, and we fight hard, and we do extremely close racing. So anyone out there wanting to join, look up Sim Race Africa SRA. It's a huge friendship group, and yeah, join us for the fun. Well, going back to the league, wandering off there, but Dani van Rooyen slowly but surely pulling away from the guys. You see the big V8 holder number 15 there, FIA or FAI, not sure what that means, but I can tell you what I'll be banned. Really the soft end of the car, you can see Dani, we saw it last week, it makes the car extremely soft, and at some stage it just starts to get loose. So Dani knows he's got to push. He really has to push extremely hard now to try and make up the time. Just want to take this away, guys. Sorry for that. That's my bad. Sorry. As we go to the Roma there, my mistake. On the main straight over the start finish, Dani van Rooyen about 3 seconds ahead of Yaku Visa. Now Yaku Visa is currently coming under pressure from Blake Creer. Not so much. Blake has fallen back, so not a lot happening here. I think the biggest dice currently is between Mike McGee and Pieter Gelderhuis. We've got now then Mike in the Agile Toyota Supra having gone off. You can see the background there, Pieter Gelderhuis, and right in front of Mike is Ryan Lurik, also in Nissan, so he's in the Nissan sandwich. Should be interesting to watch and see what happens. This is honestly the slowest car there. I mean, hello, look at the boy, it's rusted. that was Mike's idea, but it looks like a fluffing cake that was baked badly. But anyways, you can see Mike shifting down there, locking up the gears. This car is extremely agile. It's not the most powerful car out there. It's got about 3/4 the power of the V8 Holden, but it's got the handling. And unfortunately, Mike qualified in second, but somewhere along the line he, I don't know, went off. Went for P? Not sure. But anyways, it'll be interesting to see whether he can make up ground on Ryan Lyric. We're looking at the times, and yeah, the gap, they're pretty much far apart at this stage. So not sure what happens. I can tell you more at this stage as well. Watch the racing. Looking at Jacob there. Currently SRA running this league, which is the ATCC League, which is basically it's a mini endurance race. 40 minutes, heavy cars, old fashioned, not easy to drive, but the guys are having loads of fun. We saw that in practice, sliding them, pushing the limits, trying to get what the cars can do. Then on Thursday we've got the Toyota Gazoo Racing 86, which is basically a rear-wheel drive Subaru. But anyways, we're up to 24 inches there now, and extremely close competitive racing. It's unreal. I've been amazed every single race we've done with that. 2 rounds done and dusted, and I've got to say wow. Then on Sundays we've got the SRA Super Cup car based on the Makita Power cars from South Africa, Cape Town. And again, the racing is extremely close. A new factor to SRA that we have is the karting, and at the younger guys. So if you've got a kid, you're old as me, and you've got a kid or a grandkid that wants to race, you get into the karting scene, and afterwards you as the old man can try your luck with the same karts. We've got an endurance league on Friday nights, every second Friday. We have got, currently we're trying out the basically like a Dakar thing, a Raya thing, where you get open sections of open road with 4x4 buckies, SUVs. So a lot happening at SRA, and guys, if you want to join, search us up. I'll try and post a link in the chat, and who knows, maybe you have found your place to be. And as we see there, Yaku's starting to slide to listen around. This is actually allowing Blake Creer to catch up. Blake, an extremely clean driver. Should be interesting to watch. I know the Nissans do suffer with handling it towards the end of the tyres, and you can see Yaku starting to slide the car around now. He's not falling too far back from Donny, but Blake at the moment is currently catching him. So we might stick with this one and see what happens. See Blake there, like Yaku locking up the brakes, and again sideways. As I said, the Nissan not happy at this stage of the race. 30 minutes to go, they've got a 40-minute race, so Yaku has got to push this to get about a midway pit stop onto the grass there. Again over the curbs, really pushing very hard, driving with one hand only. As I said, he broke about 4 or 5 fingers, no, well, only 3 I think. And don't know if he's suffering with handling, or if he's suffering with tyres, or suffering with fingers. But Blake catching up very quick, and it's one thing catching up, but I can assure you Yaku is not going to make it easy for. And we see Ryan Luke, who had a disconnect, might be due to load shedding. As we said, we've got 10 drivers not joining tonight due to load shedding. Hats off to Mike McGear, admin, and oh, there we see Logic Addiction. Not sure who that is. I do believe that will be Cohen Sussman. Oh, Cohen, sorry to hear that. At least you're here in the stream and supporting us, but if you can get your internet back sorted and get back on. It's a 40-minute race, you still get points, it's a long championship. And we see Jaco slightly having pulled the gap now on Craig, sorry guys, on Blake. And well, Don is not getting away that fast. I think Don is just hanging back. He said he's going to keep it calm, he doesn't know what the tires are going to do and what the guys are going to do. So Don currently, well, he's pulled a gap of 9 seconds. He loves this car, making the best of it. Big V8 guy, big Ford fan. Don't know why he's in Holden, but anyways. It's what you would call the Springbok draadsitter. Fokon Donor. Anyway, Jaco Wieser in second place. Blake Creer in third place. Okay guys, so if my stream did die, I am so sorry for that. I'll watch a replay and hopefully kept up. But back to racing, we have got Danny Verrooy in the lead, about it's 4 seconds now above Jaco Wieser, so Danny not pulling away that much. But he said in the interview he's got to keep it calm, see what the guys do, and just try to maintain his tire. He knows he's got the biggest car, the heaviest car. You can see the rear end squatting. He's got that thing set up so soft. On the torque, not revving it, just getting it through. Jaco Wieser on the other hand, in the Nissan Skyline, he is pushing hard. You can see him sliding around. There we go. Jaco going sideways, just pushing that Nissan. So he is on the limit. Behind him we have got Blake Creer in the second of the Holdens. And Blake, the clean driver, left foot braking there as he goes through Roma onto the main straight. And it seems he is falling back a bit. So Jaco might be on the point of having to pit, and he's really pushing it to try and make up the time. As I said before, Jaco Wieser driving with one hand only, having broken 2 or 3 fingers in his left hand. So he's literally tonight the right hand drive, one wheel drive, side shafts on the left broken, and he's pushing it. And you can see him again sideways there, having a ball of a time trying to keep Nissan on track, pushing it so hard. Splendid delivery there by Ernest Heather from Savvy Science. And yeah, Jaco really at it. Mike McGeer now in the ever so nimble Toyota is really had a bad start, went off, and yeah, from there it hasn't gone too good for him, but he's up into 4th place. And about 2, and you can see Mike also struggling now with landing. So that Toyota, as nimble as it is once the tires go, it gets really loose. A bit of a mistake there from Mike McGeer, the old man in the group. And followed by Peter Geldenhuis, also one of our other members. Extremely good in these endurance races. Not happy with the car he's in. I know he tested one car, and he's got to make work with this car, and he's not right up on pace where he would like to be, but as you can see him sliding it and hanging on to it. Again, these Nissans not happy with the tighter corners. They seem to struggle a lot through here. You see Peter Geldenhuis there in 5th gear, 220 km an hour through the long curve and sweep. Now it's got the left-hander, part of the curve. Then it's a hard brake into Kamini. See the brakes locking up there, going sideways, really pushing that Nissan. Again, these Nissans, they are quick, but struggling a lot with traction in the rear. My opinion, guys, I would drop the back end. Rather have it understeer and then ride the tail, but not part of my league, and I'm having fun sitting here talking cock to you guys. See Danny Verrooy there in the lead, 5.6 seconds now, so it's not a world apart as he's done in the last race, but he's got a 5-second gap. If he can make a good pit stop, depending on the fuel he has to add, the tyres he has to change, it might just make a difference. But as he said, he's got to hang it out, not push that hard, and see what happens. And look at his car, the behaving, the handling. He's not sliding it all over the place. He's literally composed, just doing what Danny does. Going to Jaco Wiese, Mr. Left hand drive, right hand drive, sliding to Nissan again. So Jaco is on a limit. Jaco is literally pushing this poor Nissan as hard as he possibly can. And he knows he's got Blake to contend with, he knows he's got Danny in front of him, and he is pushing this Nissan. Again, excellent job there by Ernest Heather doing delivery. Unfortunately, well, I see Ernest currently teammates from Jaco in 8th place, newcomer to sim racing, having a Joel running in 8th. Currently we're not running classes, but usually we run classes, and yeah, Ernest would have been leading his class by now. Leon van Linden, another newcomer, currently in 7th place. Then Ryan Pace, strangely enough, he's a very quick driver, but it seems he is struggling a bit with, I think he's running a BMW, and he's not in a happy place at the moment. Unfortunately, Colin Sussman, yeah, he's gone out, he's done his pit stop, but he is struggling with the car. Not sure if he made a wrong tyre choice. What a beautiful, you can see Colin going sideways. That's Colin's style. One of the better drivers in SRA, actually won the Race of Champions last year as a guest driver, but as I said, it's on invite only, and we do throw in some wild cards. Extremely good driver, and so happy to see him back in action. He's been off sim racing for some time with work relations and personal issues, and fantastic to have him back, and you can always feel his presence. Just that Cape Town accent is so splendid to talk to him and chat with him, and a brilliant guys building mods, building shifters, everything. He's right up there with Mike Begier, and so if it was one of you Cape Town guys looking for a rig or a mod or anything funny, there's a guy to call, Mr. Colin Sussman. You can just hear the BMW screaming, it sounds so lovely. On the edge, sideways again, that's the Cohen style, Mr. Drift. As we go back to Danny van Rooyen, keeping it clean, not pushing the car, not over revving it. I mean, he's changing it about 7,500, we can use it up to about 8,500. So he's literally sparing the car, looking at his pace. He's opened the gap to 7 seconds now, so Jaco's struggling with tyres for sure. I reckon with 20 minutes ago, we should see Jaco pitting very, very soon now. And then, oh, and we've lost Blake Creer. Blake Creer has done a pit stop, so he's trying to make a jump on Jaco. So Blake Creer coming out the pit. We now have Mike McGee in 3rd place in the Supra, and it seems like he had a patch where he's, and Mike really is pushing it so hard. He's on the limit, locking up the rear as he gears down into Humoro. Now he's got the very, very sharp hairpin left, which that name I'm not going to announce. It's a cuck name, it's a cuck corner. Now he's got the left-right sweep, which they call the SA, obviously, French, Italian, don't know. And you can see Mike's going for his pit stop now, so will Blake be able to jump him on this? Has this worked out for Mike? It'll be interesting to watch. The Jaco is now in the pit as well. Mike McGee in the pit. Virgil is exiting the pit now. Being on the limit in the big Nissan. And he's going for it. I think that's an R31, R30, I'm not sure. Oh, Peter only goes in for his pit now. There's a lot happening here.
Good evening, Mo.
Hello, Ryan. I thought you were racing.
No, I turned in the key. That didn't end up well. But I'm here to join you.
Well, that's what happens when you drive a Nissan.
Well, clearly.
Well, you should be in the service still and be able to watch the stream with me.
I am, yes.
So currently I'm sitting with Ernest Heather, who hasn't stopped again. He did it last time round. He went very late on his pit stop and it paid off for him. As far as I can see, Donnie van Rooyen has not done his pit. Oh, and Donnie goes into the pit. So we're going to stick with this and see. Jaco was on an absolute blast trying to catch up, but he was sliding so much. Donnie was just cool, calm, collected. So he's going to the pit now. He doesn't overshoot the pit as I usually do. It's clean stop, so let's see. Gap is slowing down 30. Well, Jaco not catching up that quick. It's as he goes through the corners.
He's still got quite a fair bit to go, but it all depends on how much fuel Donnie is going to load up. That's going to play all the difference.
That's the thing, we're not sure how much fuel the V8 takes compared to the... Oh, Donnie's off, so he's got that one pulled off. Jaco 9 seconds behind, 10 seconds. I said
Yeah,
Donnie
he's not
played
gonna
the
get
cards
there,
right.
but,
He's not going to make it. And in the background, you can see that Jakovic is starting this right now. Interesting enough, Blake Creer has made the move stick. Mike McGear back into 4th place after a pretty bad start. Not sure what happened there. We'll look into it afterwards. It's pretty much sorted for this race unless they make bigs. And we see Mike running wide there. He's not going to want that in terms of position and place.
No, it's tricky, and
he's not far back.
no, and he's throwing it around, eh?
Well, I've seen tonight the Nissans do struggle with understeer, oversteer. I've been saying the whole time, drop the
there's
rear,
plenty.
get the cambers out, drop the thing so it understeers a bit. Of course, once the race starts with heavy fuel, hopefully it might handle because the Nissans are struggling.
Yeah, look, it's very much a case. Out of a driver's perspective, I can definitely tell you it's got loads of understeer, and once the boost kicks in, it's just oversteer. So it's a very tricky car to get balanced, and the setup is it's tricky. As the front is quite still high, so you land up locking the brakes quite a fair bit. So it's very difficult for the Nissan drivers to get the fine balance and get the tire wear in a happy medium.
If you look at the Donnie, he's just the car on his the suspension on his car is so soft. You can see it squatting down. It's got that sort of every gear shift. You can see it just bottoms down. Now we know Donnie would do hours and hours on end setting up his car, and he's got this thing dialed in so perfect. It's going to be hard to catch him for this league, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely, and yeah, I mean, lap times he's put down very few have even come close.
Well, if you look at Jaco driving, as I said before, I actually be laughing. His left hand looks like a rubber dildo on steroids. He's broken about 2 or 3 fingers. He's driving with one hand, changing gears on buttons, but he's driving, he's cucking with pain. I spoke to him earlier, but he's in 2nd place, and he's
definitely got the pace, but you can...
He's quick.
Yeah, you can see he has good control though. No, for sure. But he's very much got the car in control, and I think it makes a huge difference in terms of delivering the lap times and not getting it overboard and just whacking it everywhere.
Well, he's struggling. You can see he's sliding, but he's keeping Blake behind him. Blake, as I said, very quick driver, more of a sprint racer, so not in the happiest of zones in this longer race. As we see they're going a bit sideways there. Blake is pushing, but he just hasn't got the pace to catch up with the Jaco. No,
it's also not been my favourite forte on the endurance. It's still something to get used to, but it's a whole different mindset.
It's a fine balance, and I think Donnie's got that one right. Jaco on the right second, and if you look at the background, Mike McGear We had a bad start. He dropped from second to well below the field. He's now up into fourth place, and it looks like he might be catching up to Blake Rea.
Yeah, Mike wasn't generally not happy with how the car was launching, so it was kind of like expecting that he saw a bad start coming and not being able to get the pull off the line as what everybody else did.
Mike always has a bad luck with the cars that doesn't launch. And I mean, I've tried these cars, and you drop the clutch, you can clutch it, you can do whatever you want, it just doesn't get off the line. And we know this is the least powerful car on track, but it's got nimble handling. And Mike
and absolutely.
He's making good use of it. He's pushing this little Supra as hard as he possibly can.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I can tell you that I was ahead of him, and I was watching him in my mirror, and you can see on the main straight, I pull on him, and then in the first, second, third corners, then he's there. And because of that, in the tight, twisty sections to the last end of the circuit, I was watching him and not the fuel gauge, and I ran out of fuel actually. So that car is impressive.
It's quick, and I think if we get to the tighter tracks where he's going to hang on to it, we might have some problems.
Oh, for sure, because he doesn't have to struggle too much with oversteer with power delivery, because the car is very well balanced.
One car I would have loved to see it tonight was the Volvo of Devil Lumber. I mean, that thing is, you know it for yourself, that thing is insanely quick with a 4-cylinder. It's got so much power, but it's an on-off switch. And we know Devil is an on-off switch, so that would have been so good to see. Unfortunately, with the new load shedding rules, they were unable to attend. But I would have loved to see that car here tonight.
Yeah, look, load shedding's definitely put a huge effect on tonight's field, and well, congrats to the guys that could make it.
Well, looking pretty hell nice. Currently, he's running on SRA. He's running like a Dakar type event, trying to get something different into it, and it seems like he's getting more and more used to drifting and sliding, and he was always this super clean guy. Look at him going sideways, and he's lost it.
They overcooked it.
He thought it was Baya. But he's getting more and more into this quick, short sprint races, having fun, just enjoying himself. His grandson having joined us, if I'm correct, and he's giving us old people a lot of shit on races. He's not into the leagues yet, but on every single fun race we have, he's up there, he's quick, he's fast, and I think this is the way to go. I mean, more and more family guys joining. We've got the father and son team joining now. I think there's 4 Vind Racing, if I look correctly.
I think so. I couldn't remember off by hand.
Yeah, I was doing the driver info, and there's 4 or 5 of those guys. It's one whole big family, and they're all sim racing, and so it's becoming more and more family affair. Looking at the karting scene we've got, with the kids joining in, and then afterwards the crazy dads on a Friday evening. It's so much fun, Ryan. It's just we do it differently.
And that's what it's meant to be, for everyone to enjoy, no pressure. I mean, we've got our set out league races, but for Friday nights where nobody feels stressed, everybody feels relaxed, have a braai, have a beer, everybody can just have fun.
Well, just a quick thing that I just noticed. Ryan Pay was running about 8, 9. He was up there on pace, but not really in there. He's jumped to 4th place. So now I'm not sure if he's pitted or not, but he's got 4 minutes to do so. If he has pitted, he is absolutely
still
flying. Oh, sorry, Ryan was 5th. My bad, but he is flying. So
he's doing excellent. I could...
Has pitted, but if he has not pitted, he's done a flippin' brilliant job to keep these tires working as long as they're doing.
I think he has pitted because Geldenhuis lost it for a moment and Pay passed him that moment, and that makes sense. They're very close then.
Well, if he has, that's job well done because he was running 9th, 10th, and that just shows you if you get the pit stop right, you can make up places, and he's just done that. Oh, locking up, going
shoot.
wide. So, commentator scores there. Commentator scores. My bad.
And Geldenhuis is catching up there now.
I can see the Peter locking up. He's driving like a maniac now. Look who's
Nice,
the red
I was
car.
just
He's
trying
pushing
it.
us. And that's something.
But I must tell you
one
one
from Peter. He's got into the groove of drive your heart out or let it be, and he is really quick nowadays. You can literally, if you see Peter coming, you know he's coming.
Oh, for sure. And loving it sideways.
Yeah, he used to be the endurance racer. Now he's more of a sprint racer. But he can combine the two and he does an extremely bloody good job of it.
And there's no better car than, in my opinion, the Skyline just does it. It's the sound and the thrill of the boost. It's a good combination.
Well, if you go to Dino for Royan currently at the moment, I'm going to leave you for about a minute or two. I've quickly got to hop off to the bathroom. We've got 7 minutes. It should take me no more than 2. And then we go for the final 5 minutes.
And Mark McGee is on Blake Creer's behind.
Okay, I'm going to drop to
Getting
that
very close
dice.
now.
And I'm going to leave you at that. I'll be right back, Ryan. I'll be leaving in your hands.
All good. So Mark McGee has made up a lot of time getting to the back of Blake Creer. I mean, there was quite a fair gap, and well done to Mike for making it work. I suppose tie wears a big difference in the two cars because the Toyota is just so much lighter and a lot less powerful, so it's definitely having to make its way through the last bit of the race. I mean, we've got 6.5 minutes left, and Blake is going to have to drive his heart out now and look after the tyres. Be interesting to see how this ends up. Just following him late onto the brakes. Oh, you can see that Toyota is so much later onto the brakes and so much quicker in the corners. It's astonishing. Blake going defensive. Mike, will he go for the undercuts? Not quite. Blake is just catching him out there. But Mike is trying everything to get third place now. Oh, this is going to be super tight. Mike losing out a little bit of time there. Let's see what happens. You can just see the Toyota not as much power, but you'll see down the straight now. Not quite the power, but making the best of the slipstream he's gonna have available to him. And you can see, oh yeah, what a difference in straight line speed. But then Mike comes in hard under cornering. Mike not giving up now. He's definitely he wants third place. But Blake is not also slouching about. He will make that car as wide as he possibly can. You can just see it's just cornering that Toyota is just insane. And so much later on the brakes. Oh, and Blake locks up slightly. Might give the position back. Oh, and Mike's going for it. Will Blake squeeze him out? No, they keep it clean. Side by side. Who's gonna give in? Oh, super tight. And Mike just manages. Will he keep onto it? He just manages. Well done, Mike. And Blake is coming back at it.
I'm back here.
Oh, it's intense. That Toyota is absolutely quick through the corners, and Blake will come just flying past on the main straight. It is incredible. This is really going to be close with not much time left.
So Mike pushing his best now, trying to catch up, and he's really on it.
Oh, he's giving it his all.
What we might do, Ryan, just out of, I don't know if you're going to get the attention of Donnie, but I'm going to try and put him in chat and see if we can get him to talk, because he hates to talk during racing. He's got a gap of about, what, 10 seconds.
Yeah, 10
I'm
seconds is
I'm
quite
gonna
long.
try and get him in here and talk us through a lap in his seat.
That could work.
I might piss him off, I might not.
Let's see how it goes.
He can only get that mad. So we're gonna stick with this and we're gonna ask him if he can hear us. Donnie,
Oh, Mike's
Yo.
going for the pass.
Donnie, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you, Melvin.
Okay, you've got a 10-second lead. I know you don't like to be talked with, but we're gonna
Yeah.
go on the final couple of laps. You've got 3 minutes remaining, you're leading with 10 seconds. We want to go in car with you and have you talk us through a lap on how the hell you're so bloody quick.
Okay. Well, I try to be smooth through all the corners. And key on these tracks and these cars is you must get the apex through the corners.
Well, if you go through 70, we're on board with you now. You're getting to the S's.
And you must be accurate. That's the main thing on these cars. Consistency. And don't overdrive it. Smooth on the throttle, that's what you do with these cars to get them to go fast.
Very low on the rest there through the Apex cars, as you can
Yeah,
see.
you use the torque there. That's why I like the V8, it's got a lot of torque.
Through the S as he comes to the last corner, as they go onto the main straight.
Smooth on the throttle. And what I found out about this thing, you don't need to over rev it. So normally I revved it hard, now I'm just using the torque.
Well, that was talking about 200 k's an hour, which is quite right for that era. You can see working the wheel there, Donnie.
Yeah, the tires are gone. The back tires are gone.
A lot of understeer into that turning. Now you see a car coming up. So literally you're working now on how to pass him, or well, you don't have to.
Yeah, that was lucky. Yeah, normally as soon as I get to someone, I just see what lines they're taking. And I'm just anticipating what they're going to do.
Well guys, there you have it. One fast
So
lap.
far it works.
One fast lap with Dani van Rooyen, the quickest driver on Sra at this stage. We're going to go back to the dice of was that Peter Gelderhuis and Mike McGeer, eh? Brian?
Mike McGeer and Blake Creer.
go back to that.
Blake Creer has managed to fall back a little bit. Mike's made it stick very well, breaking the gap and, you know, ensuring his third position. Blake really struggling with a lot of understeer.
There we have it. We saw it in Dani's car now as well. I was mentioning it, and Dani, you can see him turning in, and the car doesn't turn. But Dani
Yeah,
just,
but
he gets
Donnie's
faster.
a lot slower into the corners. He's slow into the corners and fast out.
If you look at the setup on his car, oh, and we see that's Ernest. Just Ernest getting out of the way.
Mike having big lock up there.
Yeah, I think Mike is pushing so hard. He knows Blake is on his ass. But if that Supra can get off the line, it would be a completely. Mike dropped back from second to about 8th or 9th. And I thought he had an accident. And then you told me he can't get the car off the line.
I mean, I even got past in the first couple of corners, and I was not expecting to end up where I did before I didn't look at my fuel. But Mike doesn't slouch about.
No,
I think
he's moving,
Donnie's just
and
like...
he might
Oh, there's
be-
another lap.
Well, Mike is catching up with Jakovica now.
Yeah, he's around
Mike
the
is on a
corner.
fly. He's got
That's
that
gonna get
car
close.
set up, and he's catching up with Jakovica. They've got 1 lap to go. I'm not sure he's going to catch him, but if Jaco makes one mistake, Mike is going to be there to pounce. What
Oh
do you
yeah,
want?
for sure. Yeah, Mike's got quite a bit of a breather on Blake Rea, which will definitely set his mindset to.
No, it's
to
going to be
pass
a mission.
Jaco.
I mean, there's 2 corners to go, so if
And it's
Jaco
now
doesn't
becoming
make
to
a
the
big
tight corners
accident,
now.
as I called Jaco tonight, Mr. Left Hand Drive. Mr. Right Hand Drive. The left side is fucked.
But just look at how much time Mike makes up in these tight twisty bits.
Twisty
It is
stuff, he's
incredible how well handy that is.
Once we get to closer tracks, he's going to be...
Oh, a little bit
He's
sideways.
pushing so hard. He knows he can catch him. He's trying so hard. And you can see Jaco sliding in the Toyota. It's just so nimble. Unfortunately, he's going to run
Donnie
over
just
track.
finishes
There's
the
no
crossing
way.
line. Yeah, that Nissan has so much power in the straight. The Toyota is not going to keep up.
Full crossing the line. Jakovic is second.
Second for
Look
Jaco.
at Blake Rea sideways. Don't know who that's in the front. But anyways.
It was Ernest Heather, if I'm not mistaken.
Ryan Pay, 5th place. Well done. From 9th to 10th. All race. After pit stops. Got right up there. This car just looks so good.
Amazing.
Oh, and Peter,
It
for
looks
some
good.
reason, has pulled over.
All of these.
Not sure if he's run out of
Maybe he's
fuel.
run out of fuel.
Oh no, I think Mike has shortened the
Oh, he's
racing
crossed.
distance, yeah.
Crossed.
Oh, he got left.
Yeah,
He's crossed.
well, he's crossed the finish line.
Oh, he's crossed.
Yeah,
Leo
they
van
must have
Linden.
been. They must have been lapped.
Oh, so that's about it, end of it. We're gonna try and get the guys in as we cross over towards the end.
Yeah, everybody's crossed.
That was quite flippin' interesting. Where's Mr. Mike McGeer? I think he has to talk with us. The Oatster. Well, it's not in chat, can you believe it?
I think he's gone to go sort out his Jenny because he's running because remember he's running load shedding, so he was running the whole server on a generator.
Okay, so we're getting Mr.
So
Crazy.
I think he wants to save the fuel.
We've got Mr. Crazy Man in here. Blake,
Hello.
any figures in the fan?
Why you say that?
Usually you put your fingers in the fan if it doesn't run too quick.
Am I live?
Yeah, you're live.
Yes.
Oh, no, that was awesome, eh? Yes, there's no room for error there, especially Jaco and myself in the beginning, and then I pitted and I overshot the pit box, so I had to reverse. So I think I lost about a second and a half there, and then I thought I had guaranteed third star, and then Mike came alive. He must have saved his tires, and
Mike,
man, oh man,
Mike
I
was
couldn't
in
hold him back.
Toyota, in that Toyota, it's got so much handling, eh?
Yeah,
We're talking about
that
it
was
now.
great.
Once he gets that thing dialed in, he's so bloody quick.
That's it. No, I was pitting with brake biased on 2 of the corners just to try keep up with Jaco, and then yeah, I messed up in the pits, and then
Well, it's a third place last week.
yeah, then
It's-
came Mark. Pardon?
It's a third place last week, a 4th place now. So you're
Yeah,
right up there
tough.
for the league.
No, I tell you, and that's with full setup. There was nothing else I could do to the car, with my knowledge, and I mean that's thousands of laps on each track. So the guys are so competitive. No, look, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it's become
it fun.
extremely fun.
Yeah.
But,
No,
Blakey,
yeah.
thanks for joining.
Thank you guys for
And,
always hosting and making it fun.
Yeah, we're trying to.
Appreciate it. No, lekker.
Now go ask Donnie where's the hack at.
Yes, D-Days. No, look, you can't touch that hack. He's set up queen. Man, no, he's doing very well.
It's called
Lekker, guys. Now enjoy.
Cheers, man.
Thanks very much.
Skinnering, Blake.
Ciao, ciao.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Just
there-
glad he didn't lap me at least.
Mr. Winnie is in here. Now we've got all of them in here. Guys, you're all live, and Donnie, well done on a victory. We were in you
Thanks.
for about a lap or two, and that was insane. We actually saw, Danny, your car is extremely soft at the back. You could see
I just think it.
on the replay every single
yeah.
shift, it just bobs down. And Blake's car's not that soft.
I think he's running harder on his wheel rate.
Yeah, let me jump in there quick, Melvin. So the rear camber you can't set. So
No,
I was
no.
watching it in practice, and if you make the car very soft at the back, you can use the full camber of the tire. Otherwise, you're only running on half the tire. And I tried that, and I just couldn't get the rhythm of the car. Obviously, Donnie perfected that. That's why his car was so soft.
Is your
So I had to actually. Yeah, so much here and there. No. But hey, different driving styles. We can share setups
Yeah.
and everyone drives different. Donnie likes his
giving
rear wheel.
me his setup and I can't drive with it. He's got a weird setup.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No.
guys, that was brilliant racing. Towards the end, for me, Mike coming from
Yo.
last place with that little agile Toyota, and it just shows me once he can get it dialed up and well, get it off the line. To be honest with you guys, are going to have cock. Danny, he was going to
Yeah.
do in the last laps.
Yes, he was
Yeah,
catching
well-
Yaku even.
When we practiced on Sunday, we had a bit of a practice, and he was fast, and I was pushing like crazy to get to his times. I was worried.
Yeah, the car is slow.
Eventually I got
The
past
car
his
is
time.
so slow, but yeah, he gets it all up. I've been driving and I was watching him, and it's insane. Ryan had a long walk. You got to congratulate him. He walked from where we ran out of field to come commentate.
Yo.
Oh, lekker. Well done, Ryan.
But anyways, guys, thank you for joining, and we'll see you on Thursday for the Toyota racing. Which
Lekker.
I don't know, Ryan, you're racing there.
No. I will be commentating.
So we're back to the norms. What we're gonna do?
Maybe I'll join you guys there.
For those who were doing, I think Yaki, you were doing the race on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna do a semi-live stream where we do a pre-recording. And I mean, if you guys were there for Sunday, Donnie, that was insane. I
Okay,
think
nice.
probably for real drives, the closest races I've ever seen.
Is that the 86?
No, the supercars.
Supercross.
Oh, wow.
You missed that one. You were drunk.
Yeah. No, no, I haven't registered, I don't think.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh my
You were
God.
drunk when you registered.
Yeah, must have been, eh? Celebrating
Yes,
something.
that was so flippin' nice, eh? It was insane. It. I think
Oh, Sunday
those
supercars,
cars
I see.
are they're much quicker than the actual cars, but the racing itself and the handlings and everything is so close.
Oh, that sounds good.
We, as I said on Sunday evening, we've got to do a live replay of it, and Ryan and I will sit down tomorrow night and we'll do something. We might have Craig Wesley join us, which would be awesome.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Lekker.
It would be great to have him on board.
So it should be.
If Donnie doesn't
something like-
register, then maybe I'll come and race with you, Ax.
No, Donnie's
Do
banned.
one league per week.
No, Donnie's banned from that. I call his wife.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
Donnie's
put
fine.
some ballast in his boot there. Blow him down.
He-
No, you're right,
Well,
well.
sign
Well
up.
done, Donnie.
One round
Yes,
done.
guys,
Blakey.
thank you for joining. Thanks to commentators. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for joining once you ran out of fuel.
Shit.
Yaku, Leon, all you guys. It's we're trying to get SRA back up to just getting guys involved and having fun and looking at the streams, the hits we're getting. I hope it works. We might get some
No, it's good.
cuck people, but we're trying our best.
No, the guys are driving nice and clean, and I think there were, 17 or 18 cars in tonight's race?
Yeah,
tonight
well,
was
the entries
10,
was 20, but we only had 10.
Oh, I thought in
Yeah.
qualifying it looked like there were 17. Oh, I see. Those were just the names for the.
Yeah,
but
just the
some people
names,
couldn't
but,
make it. I see.
Blake,
Okay, it's not
in
bad.
overall, over the last couple of leagues, it's changed a lot. It's so
Oh,
good.
it's clean.
It's clean,
Yeah,
it's
very
fun.
clean.
So anyone out there, more than welcome to join. If you drive kak, Blake is gonna murder you. And if
Now
he
we share
can't, we'll
setups,
put
but we
down
always
on you.
help the guys.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we're here to help you and anyways, boys, I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you for joining.
Lekker.
Danny,
Thanks, everyone. Thanks
driving
again.
on you on board was
Thank you.
something different.
Top
Did you
class.
enjoy it? I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you for your tips. It helped.
He's got 2 rank coins as his braking markers, and he eats it every time, each
Ah,
corner.
boys, it was so much
I
fun.
try.
Lekker,
Thanks a lot,
guys.
Colin.
Guys,
Have a
Thank
good
you,
evening.
and see you on Thursday.
Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao.
You too.
Cheers,
Bye bye.
gents.